guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Miami.
And I'm Shayla.
And this is Brains and Beauty times 2.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just upset right now.
Yeah, she's a little down. She almost threw me off for the intro, honey. I was like,
I'm upset.
You know, I try to keep playing it off.
I'm upset. I'm
but
sorry.
Anyway, today we are here to review episode 4 of season 2, episode 4 of
Monogamy.
That's a higher pitch from last time. But yeah, so you guys, we're going to go ahead and jump into it. And you know how we do this every time. We start with how we feel. How are we feeling? Like, how are we feeling? How you feeling, Shay?
My mood and my face should say it. I'm not happy right now.
Well,
I'm not happy at all.
We watched this a couple of minutes ago, and my type of vibe has left my body because what I just found out about Carson, honey, is okay. It's one thing to have a past, but it's another thing to be a crazy behind.
This,
like, I don't even know. But the crazy thing is that on episode 3 review, we kind of hinted at it only because I don't know how
his was the only past we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, we didn't see his past. Yeah. Well, not even because we didn't see Dallas' past either too much.
Yeah, well, no, we saw some of his
personal
past.
life.
We saw some of his past.
Yeah, but
when it came to how the certain decisions affected his relationship, but Carson's we didn't see nothing of.
It's one thing to change your life, because you know what? Because if God can do Saul to Paul, anything can happen, and I get that, right? But
don't go. No. Let's start from the beginning. Don't even go into that part yet. That's at the end. Let's start at the beginning.
That's at the end, but honey, that can't be the end because that's the beginning. Carson, what is wrong with you? What is going on in your mind? Have you reverted back to your old life? Now that's what I want to know. But we're gonna go ahead and start because I don't know what to say right now. You know what I'm thinking about? This is deeper than Carson, right? This is about me. Like, what am I? Y'all know how much I love Carson. If y'all have seen episode 1, 2, 3 review, and even from last season review, you know how much I love Carson. So now we're thinking about what type of men am I choosing? Am I like, what's wrong with me now? Because you know,
now you questioning yourself.
I'm questioning myself because Carson.
No. Okay. I'm going into that later. I ain't gonna go into that right now. I'll address that later.
As church girls, we always want us a church guy too who can understand the Lord and preach to us and let us know.
But church guys have past too.
Yes, they do. However, that's a deep past. And let me tell you something. Just moving forward, if you believe you have changed your life, everybody has a past, right?
Everybody.
Tell somebody that you was crazy in your prior past, so that way they can understand what's going on, just in case that junk might flare up one day. Just like, you know what?
Well, you already know why he would never disclose that.
I don't know.
He wouldn't disclose that.
I hope he doesn't.
Not
disclose
to know
it.
At that point, wasn't she the church going girl that he fell in love with, or he changed her life?
Yeah, he changed her.
Okay, so something happened to him where he found God. However, he found him.
He found her. But I'm just saying, what is wrong with me?
But
now?
some of those things,
Jesus,
those control issues followed him into his marriage.
Yeah, it sure did.
And especially after they lost their daughter. But
probably before the daughter. But we're gonna go ahead with opening.
Yeah.
And the opening of this doggone episode, okay?
Craig Ross.
They did warn us too. They warned us that this is about to be some craziness.
Jonathan Wesley, you warned us.
Yeah.
You even laughed on our IG. You ain't right.
He threw
you knew this was
we
gonna
wasn't
happen.
even paying attention. I was just like, it's gonna be normal little. He gonna,
No, we tried to ignore him. That's what we tried to ignore him. We didn't think he was gonna go like this.
See, ladies, when we start ignoring
the
the signs,
you feel me?
Don't ignore
get ourselves in trouble.
Don't ever ignore the signs. But anyway, moving forward, so it opens up finally the doggone episode 4 review. It opens up with Connor. Dang on Carson. It opens up with Connor and
Deandra.
Yeah,
Connor and Deandra. Yeah,
get dropped off in the middle of the field somewhere, child. They just dropped them off.
They in desert in Vegas
pieces.
Somewhere.
That's
At least
it.
They don't know that.
They get out there to go to this tent. This tent exercise, which I thought was kind of dope because in my previous relationships, I always do the stare down because you get to actually talk to that person in their face, looking at them. They can't hear nothing. And I love the stare down because it's just something about that. You will have to like really, really do it to understand it. Like that.
Did you really feel like you felt your part? Like you felt basically what they were feeling? Like it really, really told you something about where your partner's feelings were at that moment?
Yeah, because I've done it before in the past with like guys who I thought would probably go to the next level of becoming like a relationship. Mm-hmm. And if I see their eyes like go like that or something, like they can't stay focused, that was my sign.
Okay.
Because the ones who eyes moved over, who could not face me eye to eye, in the past in the dust.
Ooh, in the past and in
it
the
never
dust.
Got to the point of relationship. Even the guys that were in a relationship, it just shows you about either how serious they are. It shows you what they mind be on,
or how seriously they take you.
Yeah, all of that. Like,
okay,
you can see it. And not only that, I can tell you all type of things.
I may want to try this when I get home.
You never tried it.
The stare down? No.
Shayla, you gotta try. Y'all married, girl.
I've never, but you know,
once a year. I don't know. I would want to do it once a
year.
At
first, I was like, when they said it, you know, I want you guys to okay, I'm sorry, guys. We kind of skipped ahead, but okay. So when DeAndre and Connor went out there, all the couples obviously went out. They didn't know each other was out there, obviously. They all had to do the same exercise of building a tent and having to be one with themselves in nature. Literally, it's just y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all have to you have to learn how to deal with each other. There's no distractions.
Right.
And one of the things, the exercises they had to do was basically to sit in front of each other for 3 minutes and just stare into each other's eyes. Do not look away. Nothing. At first I thought I was dumb.
No, I was
like, what is this gonna do? But
it's a great experiment. It's a great exercise.
I may try that.
It's just different. It's really different. You would really get to see somebody like. But anyway, so I thought that was a great exercise to do between everybody, and everybody had on their face. Everybody was seeing, you know,
their partner.
Why they even married that person. People were tearing up.
Yeah.
Carson was tearing up. I don't know if he was tearing. I don't even know if that's real or not. But
oh, now you doubting Carson just because of you. Now you know his past.
It's not about his past. Okay, it really is.
Yeah, it is. You gotta stop. You can't doubt that
now. Why? He punched the wall and said, "B, I can give you pain." But I understand.
Yes, because
he has no wife no more. Okay, and I get it. And I get that because now his marriage is over.
Don't jump ahead.
Let me just say, the lady told y'all behind when y'all was in the car before y'all got that date. She wasn't going to this experiment for you.
That's not what she said. That's not what she said.
She said I was going for freedom.
That's what she said. I'm going for us and our child.
No.
Yes.
She first
our child.
Okay. But anyway, moving on because I did jump and skip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So they're in their tents. They did the exercise. And since Saray is the only one whose partner is not there, Dallas is not there.
Yeah.
Remember, she left without him. And this was after her dad basically gave her the advice that you should really start thinking about your own self and worry about you. And if this is the marriage you want, maybe you should be the one fighting for him now, since he fought for you all that long ago. Okay, so she's on her own. She's struggling with her own, stuff. Mm-hmm. So then they end up, they basically don't have to stay in the desert at that very moment. They have a 3-day reprieve from the experiment, from the decisions that they made. So now they're all at a hotel. Now they all don't know that they're at the same hotel.
Yeah, because at one point I thought it was in a flashback.
In the flashback, yeah, we thought it was a flashback too.
I didn't see like, hey, tomorrow or in 24 hours later.
It did look like a flashback.
Until Dallas had mentioned what's her name's name, and I was like, okay, this is not a flashback.
This is not a flashback. Yeah.
Okay.
In everybody's tent, everybody gets extremely real with what their real issue is with their partner.
Yeah.
So let's go down the line of what their issues were. So let's go with Maggie and Carson first. What was her real issue with him?
Her real issue with him is that he was so controlling to down what she wore, what she had to say, what decisions they had to make as a couple.
Which he didn't agree.
Yeah, she didn't agree. She just couldn't be her the woman. Like, she couldn't be herself. Like, she couldn't even continue dancing. Like, she had to give up her entire life for a marriage, which a lot of people
Did she
do that.
have to though, or did she choose
said,
that?
He said she didn't have to, but it didn't give no extra details on their flashbacks on why she did what she did, because of course you don't have to.
So maybe she just felt the pressure, which a lot of women do feel the pressure to kind of let go of whatever their aspirations are and focus on the family.
Yeah, because if he was already controlling with clothes and all that other stuff, of course he was going to go control you in that area and tell you you're going to have to quit dancing, because what type of mom and wife would you be? You know, use that manipulation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can't, you're not going to tell me da-da-da, but I think that was
she used the word rigid. He was rigid.
Yeah, that he suffocates her.
Yeah, I thought that was rough. Tell your man he suffocates you.
Yeah, girl, when she was saying that, I was like, Carson, you know what I mean?
And then he finally, I think in that moment though, just based off of facially how he was reacting, is that he finally realized that she really feels this way. Like, this is how she truly, truly feels. Yeah. That whatever the attitude she's been having with him is not just an attitude. Like, this is something she's been holding on to and harboring for a long time in their marriage, and she just never spoke on it.
Yeah, you don't have the Maggie that you thought you had in that flashback in that church holding that baby. Yeah. You don't have that Maggie right now. That Maggie different now. Yeah. That Maggie is gone, honey. She is done. The same Maggie we saw in episode 1. She is here. She has stayed, and she ain't going nowhere. So she wants to be a dancer, and even down to the point when she was just like, I danced this one time, and he was looking at her like
what?
Okay.
You're dancing now? Okay.
But her eyes lit up. Her spirit lit up. It just showed that what have you been doing for the rest for your life?
Doing for yourself.
Yeah, for yourself.
Yeah.
As a woman. Yeah. Period. Without the husband, without the kids, without the all of this stuff, the woman.
And then and right outside the tent, remember his issue with, he was like, you blame me. That's what he thought this was the entire time, is that you blame me for our daughter dying because I was arguing with you about something that you felt shouldn't have been an argument, and we weren't paying attention, which caused you to not pay attention to our daughter, and our daughter died because she was being basically unattended and got outside. So he thought all this time that may have been a feeling, but her real issue wasn't that. And so this is where he learned out what her real issue was.
Yeah, in season 1, she told she told us. I don't know if she told him everything, but she told us in season 1 that's why she slept with
Buddy.
Sawyer.
I was about to say Buddy.
Yeah, that's why she slept with Sawyer, because she told us it was deeper than that. It was deeper than rap. We just wanted to make sure how much more was it, and it was a kid too.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Okay, so that's them. That's their issues. Now, Caroline and Sawyer.
Caroline and Sawyer.
Yes. Okay, so
one of the things that I caught. She wants to feel some type of. Remember how she said to him about Carson, like, I was mine. The F word.
Yeah, I was mine F. Like, basically, he stimulated my mind. Where you always worry about the physical, he stimulated my mind, which is what I wanted and what I need.
Yeah. Okay. And what I got from her, too, was she wanted a man who's just a little bit affection. Like, when she said, I did this and did that, she wanted him to say, babe, like, what? Like, oh, my God, I
like, if you're angry.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, fight for me.
Like, fight for me, exactly. It's like you're not even fighting for me.
Instead of being so strong, like, no, I'm good.
No. Like, I don't care.
A woman wants to know that you care. You know what I mean? She wants to know that you'll fight for her. She wants to know that you will protect her. She wants to know that you will cover her, too, just like God will. Like, what you gonna do? You gonna sit here and always be like, I'm good. No, you can't do that.
Yeah, always trying to act hard. Yeah. Even though she was tough, she is tough. She wants, again, a man to still be the man with her, even though she is a tough girl.
Yeah. Like she said, what did you see in the desert? And he like, well, what did you see in the desert? It was just like, oh, you're just so childish. Like, she asked you, what did you see in her at the stare down? Yeah. And you go, instead of just answering her, you're going to sit here and,
you gonna play
what did you see in
do the back and forth game. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that wasn't cool, and she was not happy.
What else did you get from it?
Just exactly that she felt like you messed with Maggie, and you're so worried about Maggie and all this kind of stuff, but what about me? It's like you don't show any emotion about me. All I keep hearing about is Maggie and the baby and blah, 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 blah. Like, what about us? We are here right now on a 3-day reprieve, and it's like you don't even really care that I even say I was mentally F. She said that to get under his skin to see what he would do. And it just, he acted like I'm just gonna brush it off. Like, okay, what are you trying to get back at me because of the Maggie thing? No, I want you to show some freaking emotion. That's what I want you to do. I want you to show that you care and you love me, because right now it looks like you don't.
Yeah, and she should have said that, because she did. The only thing she said was, yeah, I did try to get under your skin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But she didn't say that. But then at the same time, I feel a little bit kind of for Sawyer, because she said, this is what I want for my life. I want you. I want you for the rest of my life. But I also want to have my cake and eat it too with another woman.
Now this is at the end. This is at the end. This was further down the line. She tells him that, but
it was at the hotel.
At the hotel. But we still at the tent.
Oh, you're at the tent, girl, honey. I'm at the.
It's all right. It's all right.
We on a little time. You know what I mean?
Okay,
but
so
go ahead.
Cincinnati and Dallas. Now, so again, we already kind of went over that. Dallas isn't there.
That is one of her issues, though.
She
wants her cake and eat it too.
Yeah, it is.
Be married.
Yeah,
and she wants a woman. And she don't want him to have no baby. So that's her cake.
Yeah, and that's crazy. That's like, big. You want to stay married. Now, just think how crazy that sounds.
That's why I feel
you want to stay married, but you want to be able to do what you want to do when you want to do it, but still stay married to him. But if he has a baby with Maggie,
he out.
You got a problem and you out. Hold on.
Yeah,
what?
That's
not even. That don't even sound right. Like, you sound weird and crazy. You sound like the girl that you was messing with prior to, who had an issue with Dallas, who ended up killing herself, who committed suicide. You sound exactly like her. That's what she was telling him. Like, even though, again, I agree with her.
Yeah, but they married, though. They were just dating.
Yeah, no, but her thing was the same thing. It just sounds crazy.
Yeah,
you're married. Like, girl, please. Anyway.
I
thought that was I didn't see. I honestly didn't see that coming. I didn't see her saying that, because one, it takes a lot for you to just be honest and say that.
Yeah.
Because I know it sounded crazy coming out your mouth. I know it had to have sounded crazy coming out your mouth, but you said it anyway because that's how you truly feel.
Yeah, she was just being real. Yeah. And again, she gonna tell her how it is. That's how it is.
Like, we were friends first.
Are you down?
And I want to stay that.
Down? Yeah. Either you down or you not. So I appreciate her being honest, but that was
some honesty for your behind. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Connor Deandra.
Oh, girl. Okay. So
what's their problem?
I think
because they ain't do too much.
She forgot. I think in the tent they didn't do too much, but I think she forgot for a moment what drew her to him. They kind of did a flashback of how they met.
Yeah.
And they met at the entrepreneurship class where he was showing interest and he was getting ready to walk out. Yeah. And she walks. Yeah. And she's like, oh, I know you're not leaving.
And she looked so gorgeous on that clip. Like
she did. She looked really pretty.
She felt like she looked like she was just happy in life. Like she was just doing her life. Like she was just
like she was happy from within.
Yeah, from within. Mm-hmm. And then when it flashed back to her, it was like, oh my gosh, she is just going through it. Like she don't know what to do with her life. You know what I mean? Like she looks so good on that clip. But anyway, I just wanted to point that out.
She did, but that's great that you pointed that out though, because it shows where she went to where she is now. And now she's trying to remember why she loved this man. Like, what drew her to him? What attracted her to him? Why did she even marry him in the first place? Yeah. And she was starting to remember why. And now she's realizing, okay, maybe I really do know what I want. Maybe I really do want to be, I think I really do want to be married to you. Like, I love you. I remember that. I just think that we went left.
Yeah, but for him,
he wasn't really to own. He wasn't really to own. He wasn't ready to own it.
He's like, you don't really want me. You just really want this money, and I don't think.
But I think that's what he thinks. But do you think that's what she thinks right now, though?
What she?
That's what he really thinks that's what she just cares about the money.
That she's back for the money.
Yeah, that she's back for the money. Yeah. But she didn't come looking for you. You went looking for her. She was. I don't understand that. And that's what she said. Well, that's what she said, and we can kind of move on to that. So I
think, you know what it is? I just think he got mad because she kissed him in front of Cincinnati.
And
she did it kind of grimy and dirty. And I think he, again, being a petty person, he has done it again. Yeah. He wanted to get back at her. Yeah. And just say it's all about the money, just to see if it really was. And she just told him, nah, is what you gonna do? Like, this is why we here. And like you said, you came to me on episode 3.
You came looking for me.
You came
exactly.
to my door. You closed my door. You talked to me and told me, hey, let's try to work this out with your little, like.
at some point it's like the trust with them is their biggest issue.
A lot of people.
She can't believe anything. Well, he has a hard time trusting that the money isn't the real reason why she wants to stay. And her issue with him is that she thinks that he can't be honest with her about anything, and that he refuses to be honest with her when all she wants is the truth. Does he really want to be here or not?
Yeah, period. Just let me know. If you don't, that's cool, because honey, I got Dallas waiting in the wind somewhere, I think.
All right. So
moving on.
So, okay. So Sensei and Dallas end up seeing each other. Actually, he showed up in her hotel room. She didn't even know he was there.
Yeah.
And
So the tent, to let y'all know that she left the tent.
Went
she
to
was
the
done with that because she was by herself. Went to the hotel, and Dallas was there. You know what he said? I had saw the tag. We got the shot of the tag of the car. I was like, here he go with this detective stuff.
So,
this man is only, honey, he done found you. So he found her, honey, tracked her down, got in that hotel room some type of way. Who knows how? That's just Dallas for you. But anyway, he got in there.
And he admitted that she may have been right about, him needing to do some soul searching on his own because Deandra couldn't help him. And that basically nobody could help him. He had to figure this out on his own. And she agreed because she said someone told her the same thing, that maybe she needs to look within herself and figure out what makes her happy and what she really wants aside from him, know?
What I liked about that scene, two of them in the hotel, it gives us a flashback on how they met.
Finally. Because we been trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah, because we didn't know if it was going to be him in episode 3 behind that door. Maybe he could have saved her. Who knows? Who knows who it could have been? But no, it was Carson behind the door. Okay. But anyway, so it flashback to how they met.
Why you even had to bring it up
we have to bring it up because the flashback of how they met was involved with Carson.
Yes.
Hello?
I know.
So they met because he goes in the room. She's on the floor, done, beat up, snorted out, coked out, whatever drug she had chose. It was all on her mouth. Like, it was white was all around here, plus the bruises.
Yeah.
I'm like, goodness, you put your face in there and, like, blue. I don't know what she did. But anyway, so he finds her as a detective.
He was looking for someone else who he said was under an alias name. Yeah. Now we know who it is. But.
Yeah. So he was like, okay, it's the Harvey client, which is the main client for her, the main little trickity dad, the trick. I'm about to say trick daddy. I guess he like a trick and a daddy kind of. I don't know. Anyway, her client, not her trick, her client. Her client, because Dallas said the client's name, which is Harvey. Then he said we're looking for the guy because there's a homicide involved, so somebody has died. This is why Dallas is involved. So he goes to the hotel room, picks her up. And I ain't gonna lie. Can I be honest?
Go ahead.
Dallas was so sweet in this episode.
He was.
I thought he was like...
The first time we kind of saw him a little differently.
Yeah, I was like, okay, Dallas, like, you was so caring. You went beyond. You was like, either you're going to go to jail or you're going to tell me what's good, what's da-da-da-da. I thought it was so... He was like, either you're going to go in this house, you're going to get in on his treatment plan to get yourself together, or you're going to go to jail. Which one you want to choose? And I just thought he was just so... He was so caring.
And he stayed with her.
Yeah, and I love that.
During it, and we'll go into that later.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway. So
after that,
so how they met was given to us, which was good to see. And their problem is he won't let her in.
He will not let her in.
But he wants to know everything about her,
which he does know. Yeah. And according to her, you know everything about me, and I don't know anything about you because you won't let me in. So how am I supposed to be able to be a partner with you when it's one-sided? Yeah. Basically.
And then she got the epiphany, like, you remember, like, years ago, years ago, you was like, I'm not letting you go this time. And he was like, why you remember that right now? And she immediately got defensive. Yeah. Because, he was talking about his ex. When his ex was about to die and go through that, because at the time of the flashback, when he said it to Deandra, to Sensei, she was going through a big she was going through a big detox. And she was throwing up all over the place. So he had a flashback too of himself being with the other girl to suicide. Like, not this time, I'm not gonna let you go.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
But for some reason, it came up to her because she had a deep thought by herself in that doggone tent. Yeah. And it probably came up to her like, you remember that time? Like, what is it? Yeah. Like, you have that's your problem. Like,
I don't know what it is.
Thing. Yeah, like, I don't know what that means, but he knows, and he hasn't told her that. So that's when she was like, you don't let me in. You're not communicating with me. You need to let me know what's going on. Like, why would you even tell me that? He was like, it's years later. Doesn't matter. You're not letting me in. And that made me realize you still not letting me in.
And I also can't see how you see me from your eyes when I don't know why you did certain things that you did. Like, why were you there for me? Why were you not willing to let me go again? What were you talking about? Yeah. But I don't know how you see me. And I'll never know if you don't say what's going on. Yeah.
Child, he saw her like that suicide girl.
She was keeping it real. Like, she was keeping it real, and he had to understand that. Like, he knew he was busted at that point. Like, there's no denying that there's something that you're purposely keeping from her. So So okay, so after Connor and Deandra argue in the casino about her in the middle of the casino about, you know, he's not just keeping it real with her and just telling her whatever. Deandra walks off because I'm sorry. Since Ray walks off because she saw them kissing prior to their argument. Yeah. So she walks off and she heads to the elevator, but she sees something that absolutely terrifies her and stops her dead in her tracks, and she just starts crying, and you can see like they do like a flashback of a hand like going to the elevator. So obviously it was a person, and they're trying to figure out who it is.
And what's so crazy is one of the flashbacks when they first met. When Shay said she went through this, the flashback when they first met, when she was in the back of the car and he was like, I'm finna take you in here so you can line up and see who the killer is. She was like, see who the guy is. She was like, oh, I could pick him out at any day. Like, it's nothing. Yeah. So she will always remember that. So
it was obvious that it was that guy that she remembered prior to. Yeah. But, you know, she didn't know a name.
Then it's gonna shot to like the room 511. I'm like, oh God, don't tell me that was Carson.
Oh, immediately then I said, that's Carson.
And then
I'm so hot.
Yeah. But then I was like, maybe it's what's the name, because he came through the door. So I didn't know. I was just like,
that was Carson. We are honey. Okay. When your intuition, when your spidey senses start tingling, okay, just know it, okay? Dang, Carson, just know it.
I was rooting for you.
Ooh,
Carson, I was rooting for you. And this is how you going to do me when I chose you. And you going to beat up women and all of these things. I know you try to change your life, but Carson, it's still in there. It's still in there because I saw you at the end of the clip. Carson, I don't know who you're going to be in episode 5. Or 6.
Yeah, I really hope this doesn't go like a dark turn, because it really looks like this is going dark, and I truly hope that does happen. I mean, it would be real life because that happens to people, even when you think everything is good.
I just don't want him to go to the back of beating people up and stuff.
Yeah, I don't want him to revert back to those ways, but I just anyway.
I just feel some type of way.
So
I
now,
just feel some type of way, but we're gonna keep going. Go, girl.
Please, okay, so
girl,
go. Carson happens to be walking, once everybody else was kind of in a bliss, at like a temporary bliss at the moment, you know, they've made love to their wives or whatever. The only people who ever had any kind of intercourse was really Sensoray and in Dallas. And they've had this, so they kind of had it.
Because Carson did rub Maggie's feet, and I saw that.
Yeah.
He was Carson the foot rubber.
So he leaves and walks away, and he ends up seeing Sawyer in the elevator, and they both know who each other is, and the elevator closes, and he's like, oh hell. So his mind is like, you knew he was here? So now she's thinking, you know, hold on, are we here because he's here? Like, do you really not know what you want to do? So Maggie ends up calling Sawyer up to her room, and Sawyer's pushing up on her and rubbing on her stomach, and she's like, hold on, you don't even know if this baby is yours, and I need you to chill out.
No, I know.
Carson's about to come in this room. I need you to chill.
I know.
Carson walks in. They have like a little penis swinging competition, honey, for a second. And she checks them right then, like, look, hold on. We not finna have this.
Everybody got a big one, okay? So let's just keep it moving. Everybody thinks big.
Everybody thinks huge. Let's keep it moving. Let's move on past this, and let's be adults, because we have some really serious things to discuss, and I need to get some stuff off my chest. Yeah. So what did she tell them, Angela?
Girl, I'm still stuck on foot rub Carson.
Okay, see, then we not gonna do. Okay, so let me continue for her. She'll jump in when she's ready. All right. So Maggie then proceeds to tell them that she basically like, look, you know, I came here to tell you all that I need my freedom and I need my space to be able to live my life and kind of do the things that I want to do and get back to me. So she basically goes and starts and hands them
DNA
DNA tests. And at that moment, Carson is like, hold on. So you never came here for us and you had no intentions on getting back with me. You just brought me here for this DNA test and to tell us to our face, me and him, like we're equal. See, this is where I had a problem with her. This is where I had a problem with her.
Why? At the end of episode 3, in that car, Carson's face went from like this to like this because Maggie told him in that car.
She didn't. No, she didn't. What do you mean? She gave that man hope as though this was about that this is not solely about you. This is more so about what I need to do, but it's about our baby as well. And you kind of gave him hope. You not, putting your hand on the stuff. One, you don't even know whose child that is, honey. So you don't need to do all that. You don't need to do all that. If there ain't no hope for me, you have no intention on getting back with me.
She said it was all about the baby. Touch this baby because, honey, when we get to this hotel room, you're finna give me this swatch. I'm finna find out what's going on with this baby and who baby it is.
She was wrong. Anyway,
I think she hinted at it, but too bad for him.
Okay, so now he's like, hold on, wait, what? So we're not getting back together. Like we didn't come here to try to fix our marriage. You came here to break up with me.
Yeah.
To tell me that you're done. And she's like, I just don't think I'm not telling you that we're all the way done, but we're done for right now. Like I need a break from you. And he can't believe it because in his mind also, you're telling me this in front of a man who shouldn't mean anything and you're treating us like equals. He's some dude you slept with and you met for 2 months. I'm your husband. And we have history. I love you. We've been together for whatever amount of time. And you're treating me like I'm nobody.
Yeah, but you know what it was too? What's his name? Sawyer. The reason why I think she's treating him equal because Sawyer lit her up to be where she's at today. If it wasn't for the Sawyer situation, if it wasn't for him opening her up, it wasn't for her getting joy back on her face, if it wasn't for him helping her rediscover who she already is, especially when it came to dance, like all of this stuff, it gave, both of them represented her equally in half. Carson represented what she been going through, the marriage in the drama, whatever the case, she has been down and depressed or whatever she had got going on. But Sawyer represented who she could be, who she is, who she had been.
She said, when I got married, I became overwhelmed. But you said yes. That's now his fault because you became overwhelmed?
No, it's not. It's nobody's fault.
But she's treating him like it's his fault.
Again, there's not enough flashbacks to go back to see more information because there had to be something of him as a controlling husband to tell her from a woman who accepts the control, because the new Carson I know about now, I wouldn't even accept no Carson like that today. But anyway, moving forward, the Carson back then would have a wife like her to get controlling, so she would have just been like, okay, she just kept going on with it. If he already controlling your clothes every day, every day telling you for how many years y'all been married, of course he was going to be controlling and manipulating you about doing other stuff. Because you had an opportunity to leave, like he said. But most definitely, men like that have manipulated her to unthink that way. Trust me. And she has caught on to that. Like, no more. You can't tell me nothing to do no more. You're not going to manipulate me, telling me what my life cannot be. So I just feel like, yeah, it's not his fault. But it ain't really 100% her fault either. But it's some of her fault too, because
it's foolishness, and she was wrong for doing that way. Again, you have your own conversation with your own husband. It was unnecessary for you to bring some man you just effed that was not supposed to mean nothing in a room with you and your husband and have a discussion about whether you gonna leave your man right now, why you leaving your husband right now, or leaving him or leaving both. I don't need to be a part. I don't want. Why has he got to be any part of that? You can discuss that with him on a separate time. Why are you gonna talk about that right now? It shows one, kind of the lack of respect that you have for me at this very moment, because why would another man be in here? If I cheated on my husband, hold on. If I cheated on my husband and I want to tell my husband right now, I need a break from you, I'm not going to call the man I cheated on him with to come into the room to have a group discussion.
Listen.
Are you serious?
I'm going to just say this. This ain't nothing new. Maggie has been doing. She has been saying everything. Shayla, you don't want to hear it. This is okay. So here's the thing. Last episode, what did Maggie do? Maggie called Sawyer, right?
No,
Yes or
Sawyer
no?
called her.
Well, whatever. They talked, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what did Carson have to do? I have to meet up with so and so's what's her name?
Caroline.
I'm so mixed up, so I can't even. I'm trying to get my thoughts together
Caroline.
for this whole situation about this Carson Maggie. See, this is the thing about Carson Maggie. This is the problem about the whole doggone show. This doggone Carson and Maggie thing is just too much for me. This is too much for me. So I'm not even gonna finish my thought, honey. I'm done because this is just too deep. This is too deep. I'm gonna tell all the writers right now, y'all doing too much because y'all hitting homes y'all hitting hearts over here. People with minds and mentalities. Like, honey, I'm so done with Carson. I don't even know. Y'all know how much I love him. I can't.
She done in one episode, y'all. She done with Carson.
I'm done in
one episode. She done with Carson.
This is just too deep.
Okay. So I guess my question to you is,
what girl?
If somebody has a past and a bad past, just like what's name had a past too, Karen had a past too, that was not good. If you knew 10 years ago this man had a past, but he is a different man now, you wouldn't deal with him because of his past?
Yes, I would still deal with him. It all depends. Carson just flipped, bro. He flipped.
He flipped in that moment, but not in front of her.
But it's about to get crazy. Let me tell you, this is not about this moment. Let me put my stuff to the side. This is why I keep saying about this Carson and Maggie situation, girl. I can't even.
He actually kept it cool in front of her. It was a little scary cool, but it was cool.
This is about to get crazy. This is why this is about to get crazy. First of all, Censor Ray just came into this whole thing. He's about to see her. She's about to see him. Yeah. This whole thing is about to get crazy. I don't know if that's going to reignite anything with him, but let me tell you something. When a man and everybody else finds out who he is, I don't know how he's going to continue to be. Can he just brush it off and say, okay, that's my past. I'm done with that life. Like, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry what I did to you. That's one thing. But how he ended this episode, he's not going to be.
Like he was losing.
He's not going to say, no, I'm sorry, ma'am. Or maybe he just had a moment because we all have moments. Saved or not saved. We all have these moments, right? And I get that. But I just have a real strong feeling. We're going to listen to our gut right now. That Carson is about to. I tried this married life. I tried this life of I
lost my daughter. I lost my wife.
I try to be this whole whatever. Forget it.
I lost my house. I lost everything.
Yeah, because he broke. I'm just finna go back to.
Yeah.
Beat up Carson. Carson.
Let me tell you something. Craig Ross Jr., please. Mr. Craig Ross Jr., please don't do that. I really hope that y'all do not take his thing to that. I don't mind a lapse in emotion because I understand where he's upset, and I understand why that would be heartbreaking because you're fighting for your wife and you don't want to lose your wife and you want to continue. You were even willing to take on a child that wasn't yours. You understand what I'm saying? So I get it. He
probably still got his heart. Maybe he just had a moment.
Carson, so I really hope that it's just a moment, but there will be consequences because again, because of Censor Ray.
Yeah, are you kidding me? And not even that. Dallas is involved.
And Dallas is there. Yeah, you already know.
Crazy.
He actually thinks he's like.
So let me just say this. Not even that. Carson could be going to jail because Dallas had still a detective. He's still been looking for this person. You know what I'm saying? Yep. He asked her in that flashback, if you can see this man, would you be able to point him out? And now he's the wife, and now he's trying to come back knowing that, let me get the name, child, because I can't even think right now. I'm so sorry, Deandra. But, girl.
Now that people know all of this.
Because somebody in this experiment is part of the doggone experiment.
Yeah.
Period. And I just want to drop the mic right there, honey, because I am done. I'm done for this evening. Episode 4, child. Y'all have me like this. I can't even. I gotta drink some water.
Okay, guys. So
episode 4 is over.
Yeah, episode 4 is over. We gotta get ready for 5 and 6, 7 and 8. I don't know, but oh my god. If they leave it on the last one, on the next one, I'm gonna have a problem because I have a feeling it's gonna be like that.
And I'm meeting all of y'all. Give me episode 8 now. Y'all better play act scene ready. 1, 2. I need to see it. Where the script at?
For real.
Everybody play their part because you can't end this without really ending it.
But I mean, y'all took us on a loop on this one. Y'all really did.
As you can see, I'm done. I'm really done.
there are people that you thought, I think, differently about in the beginning, and now, again, the Carson thing, I really am sad that it turned that way and that we're finding out about that past. But I truly, truly hope that he doesn't revert back again, because we all have past. We all have past and things that we regret doing, and what even me too. I have things I regret. Everybody. So
everybody.
I just hope that he doesn't revert back, and I hope that he's truly, truly, somehow going to be apologetic in this thing, that he does not go crazy.
His behind might go to jail.
But he looked a little psycho kind of at the end, like he was losing it, He
just kept saying his pain. It's just how he kept saying
it's
pain.
How he kept saying, it's like he was losing it.
It's in him. It's a part of him. When he was in a room, when he kept saying, "I'll give you excruciating," like that's what you say to some dog on Sawyer who's a boxer or something. Like that's not how you fight back, Carson. You don't say something.
We don't know what he's capable of.
Yeah, but it's just the words. Those words were embedded in him because they came out so easy, and then he gets around the corner and just flip and still keep saying pain, pain, pain. Like you have a problem with this pain, like child. Like that's what scares me, because there's no way possible I could still go back to loving Carson, but I don't know. Maybe I can. Let's see, and I'm done.
All right, I ain't gave up on him yet, but okay. 50% so that's she 50% gone.
50% is gone.
Carson, you got some making up to do, boo. Okay, so until next. Review,
child.
Honey.
Next week, child.
We will holler at y'all later.
They got me going crazy like Dallas. Bye.